Hey guys, Notion75 here. In this video I'll be showing you guys how to make an autotyper. This video will mainly consist of three main parts: the planning, programming, and the explanation. The planning pretty much just consists of what the goals for this autotyper is and how we'll go about achieving these goals. The programming is the actual coding for this autotyper, and the explanation is pretty much just me going over all the code, explaining to you guys what is happening. So to get to the planning, our goal is to program an autotyper which sends a message every 3 seconds, and what we need to achieve this is a text box to input the message into, a timer to control how often the message gets typed, a button to start the autotyper, and a button to stop the autotyper. So that's pretty much just all there is to the planning right now, and now we can get on to the exciting part. First of all, just open C# and then click on Windows Forms application and give it a name like Autotyper. Okay, and then wait for it to load if it wants to load. Okay, now you're left with this form. So I'll just quickly rename mine to FRM Autotalker. Okay, so first what we needed was a text box, so we'll add that, and we will call it text message. And now I'll also add a default value to the text box, and I'll call it Notion is the bomb. So there we go, that can be our first message. Okay, and what else we needed was a timer, so we'll add one of those, call it timer message, and we will set the interval to 3000 seconds, 3000 milliseconds actually, and make sure it isn't enabled. Okay, and now we need to add two buttons, the start and the stop one. So I'll make this one the stop one, and I'll name it button stop. And now we need another start one, so I'll name that start and start. So pretty much what we want to happen is that no message is sent at the beginning, but once the start button is pressed, it triggers the timer, and each time the timer hits the every 3 seconds, the timer will send this message to the computer, but once the stop button is pressed, it will disable the timer until the start button is pressed again. Okay, so first off we'll just double click on start, and we want timer message dot enable to equal true, stop button timer message dot enabled equals false, timer message check, send keys dot send text message dot text plus enter. So we'll just try that out and see if it works. So I'll press the start button. 1, 2, 3. So as you can see, every 3 seconds it sends the message which is in the text box, and we can stop it by going on stop. We can change the message to I rock, and we can start it again. So there you go, you have yourself an Autotalker. So now we can go through the explanation of how everything works. Okay, so pretty much I'll just quickly grab this tool thing if I can, just to make things a bit easier. If it wants to work. There we go. Screen drawer. So what do we have here? Okay, that looks pretty handy. Okay, so first of all, when the start button is pressed, everything between these two curly braces is what happens. So that first line over there, timer enabled equals true, is what happens as soon as the start button is pressed. And as we can see over here, it takes timer message and sets its enabled property to true, which pretty much means that the timer will start running, and as soon as it hits 3 seconds it will jump all the way over to here, and once again everything in these curly braces will run. So that bit over there, and pretty much what that bit over there does is it sends the key, whatever is in the message box, plus enter. The reason we do enter like that is just because of the sendKeys.send function. That is just how it works, and I think there might be a workaround to like use something else, but I'm not quite sure. And once again with the stop button, whatever is in these curly braces will happen once you press the stop button. And as you can see, once you press the stop button, it will stop the timer. So that's pretty much all there is to it. Hope this tutorial helped you, and I'll try to make a couple more if I can. Peace.